Today I'm going to talk about primers. I might have a problem. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so I have primers for pretty much your eyes and your face. And then I do have some setting sprays and I have some prepping sprays. So I have a lot to cover. And I have a mix of high-end and drugstore. So there's only one item that I received in a subscription box, and it was BoxyCharm. Actually, my friend gave this to me out of hers. And it's just a liquid gold, supposed to be like a primer. I would never put this all over my face. And there's another one in here that's just like it. It gives off a really pretty gold sheen, but I don't want that all over my face. The number one thing with primers is knowing your skin type. You have to know what your problem areas are, and do you have dry skin? Do you need something that's gonna make your skin more plump and your foundation will go over easier? Or do you need something, or do you have oily skin and you need something that's going to make you matte and take away the oil throughout the day? Or do you need something that's going to help with pores and minimizing that? Or do you just need something to blur away all of your imperfections? So I have a combination of a little bit of everything. The only other one that is as glittery and shiny as that one that I will show is this one is by Becca, and it's the Backlight Priming Filter. I put way too much on my hands. This is so, if you have dry skin, like this would be beautiful on your skin. As someone who has oily skin, this is my worst nightmare. And I have used this, but it made my foundation break down, and it didn't do well because I have oily skin. So, there is a other Becca primer, and it's a velvet blurring primer, perfecting base. It's all gone. I actually used it all up. And that's rare because I have so much that when I get to the bottom of something, that usually tells me it's really good, because a lot of times I throw out stuff because it's expired. So this is just, I really liked this. It made my skin really smooth. It made my foundation go on. It doesn't make you feel greasy or oily. It just makes you feel really soft, and everything blends so well on top of it. So you put down your foundation, and then even like putting blush on and stuff, everything blends seamlessly with this stuff. So I might have to see if I can find me a deal and repurchase that. I'm showing all the Becca primers because they are known for priming, and they're known for primers, and they're known for highlighters. So I bought this one just a few weeks ago on Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, and this is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. This one is purple, but hopefully you can see this. When you rub it out, it gives your face a really nice glow. Like, not glow, but it just makes it look healthy. And I don't want to say that it looks iridescent, because that's not it. It's not iridescent. There's really no color once you blend it all out. This primer will make your skin really soft, and it will make the foundation go on top of it really nicely. I don't notice any creasing or how it'll like bunch up in certain areas. And don't judge my makeup today because I used a foundation that I haven't used in a really long time, and now I remember why I don't use it. I am currently in the middle of trying every single foundation that I own and making notes and doing, like, wearing it for a full day and seeing how it wears throughout the day, and today is not a good day. But that video is coming. Like I said, I'm going through all my foundations, wearing them for a whole day, and really doing a test, and so that when I do a foundation video, I'll be able to tell you exactly, if you have this skin type, I would suggest this, and how they wore on me. So anyway, back to priming. So I actually start priming with the first thing I do with my skin. And I like the Urban Decay B6 Vitamin Infused Complexion Prep Spray. I also like the Mario Badescu Cucumber and Aloe Spray. I'm currently out of it, and I plan on repurchasing it. You can get that at Ulta, and it's like $7 for a big bottle of it. And this is pretty much the same thing. It has different vitamins in it. But this one says redness reducing, pore minimizing, and oil absorbing. That's why I like it. It just makes your skin feel good. I have redness. I don't think that it calms my redness, but I do think that it makes my skin look healthy. Pore minimizing, I haven't really noticed that, but I use pore minimizing primers with this, so I kind of double up. Oil absorbing, yes, absolutely. I will tell you, I do believe that this has a little bit of alcohol in it. Urban Decay is usually pretty good about not using toxic ingredients, but in most of your setting sprays, you're going to find a little bit of alcohol. So this does, and it did kind of dry me out this winter. My skin went on a journey this winter. So I went from being super oily to super dry, and now we're super broke out. So my skin's just having a crisis. This is the Hydrating Milky Mist by Pixie, and you can find this brand at Target. As you can see, I've used a lot of it. I really like it. It does hydrate your skin. It doesn't make it oily. I like spraying this on. I kind of either pat it in with my fingers, or I'll take my beauty sponge and just kind of pat it in. And it feels really nice. On here it says that it's a youth preserving mist. Oh, honey, we all know there is not enough preserves in this world. There is not. Okay, so this is something that I use every single day. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. A lot of people like this product, and I understand why. This can be used as a primer. You can put it on before your makeup, and it will help everything kind of blend in your skin and become like a second skin instead of just sitting on top and caking up. My favorite way to use this, there's two ways. One, I like to use this and wet my brush and make eyeshadows more pigmented, and if they're shimmery, it'll give them more of a pop. If you have a loose eyeshadow, wet your brush with this, put your brush down in it, pat it all over the lid. Like, it's just, this is a fantastic product. This was on 21 Days of Beauty, and I bought 2 backups. You can buy this at Ulta. You can also buy this on MAC.com. I don't have any other MAC products other than this spray, and ever since I tried it, it took me a while to try it, but once I did, I was addicted. I like using this when I'm all done with my makeup. I will take this, I will spray it all over my face. I'll take whatever palette I used that day on my eyes, and I will fan it. And then I will go in with my setting spray and set it. And this just helps everything blend together. And it really does make a difference. Like, there are times I've looked in the mirror and I'm like, oh my goodness, my skin looks horrible. Like, this makeup is god awful. I use that, let it dry, use my setting spray, let it dry. Looks phenomenal. ColourPop is an online only brand, but they have amazing products for amazing prices. If you need a concealer, if you need eyeshadows, like if you want to make your own eyeshadow palette, they sell singles, and their singles are so good. Their Super Shock shadows are the best formula. They're like a putty, but they are so... ColourPop does glitter and shimmer eyeshadows the best. You can literally just take your finger, go in and just pat it all over your eye, and like, it looks amazing. I'm a really big fan of ColourPop. So this is their priming spray. This is Amethyst. I like it. I don't think that it makes my skin, I don't think that it makes my foundation stay on any longer than the foundation would normally. But this does make the application of my foundation a lot easier. The only thing that I complain about is I'm really big about the sprayers. So this is the MAC. And that's perfect. This, like, that's gonna get ya. Like, yeah, I like fine mist. It bothers me. Like, that's perfect. This just feels like it's just like coming at me like a hose. It scares me half the time. The next one, there are these primers by The Ordinary. These are very affordable and they're available at Sephora now. I have the High Adherence Silicone Primer and I have the High Spreadability Fluid Primer. I don't understand the hype behind these products. They are very affordable. If you're on a budget, this would be a good option, but I actually have other options for you that are much better. If this is all you had, you can make it work. You can make pretty much any product work as long as you are using the right product for your skin type. I mean, this is actually almost gone. These were two that I really want to try to use up before the end of June. I have products that I want to use up, otherwise they're gonna go in the trash. The other spray, the last spray that I have, this is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. People say you can also use this to prime your face. Just spray it and then put on your foundation. I've not used it that way. It does have a nice little spritzer like I was mentioning before. This actually, I like it. When my skin is dry, this does really feel nice, but my problem is like I'm spraying it and I'm not feeling it on my face. But when I get closer, it doesn't smell good, and I feel, I don't know, I'm not really a fan of this. And I don't know if it's because of the spritzer, and it's just not, I just feel like when I'm spraying it from afar, it's not getting on my face, but when I go to close up, it doesn't feel like, it kind of feels sticky, and that's not at all what I want. So a high-end primer that everybody raves about that I just can't get on board with is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. This is a sample that I received. A full size of this is $54. Yeah, you heard me right. $54. I mean, there's like $25 in this bottle. So it's just a clear like it does have a white tint, but when I smooth it out and blend it into my skin, like it makes my skin feel soft. But if I'm being honest, so does all the others. So I don't understand why so many people love this and are willing to pay that high dollar price tag for something that, to me, I I can find a dupe for it at the drugstore. So I don't know, that's just, it's not my, I thought I was done. And then I forgot about eye primers. How can I forget about eye primers? Those are more important than face primers, almost. Okay, so drugstore first. Milani's eyeshadow primer is really good. It does have a little bit of a tint. It has just a natural, kind of a, it's, I don't want to say yellow because it's not yellow. So my eyelids are extremely discolored. They're very red. I have a lot of veins. I don't have under eye problems. I have lid problems. So I usually use my concealer as my eyeshadow primer. Now they're weed eating out there. They're mowing and weed eating. I just want to film my video, people. I like using my concealer as my primer because it will cancel out all of those veins, all of the redness, and give me a flat base that I can start to put powder on. And this does make my eyeshadow stay in place all day long. Sometimes eyeshadow primers will actually muddy up, and what I mean by that is you will put down 3 different colors on your eyelids, but by the end of the day you have one and it's all over your eye. That's because you don't have a good base down. Your colors will stay how you blend them with a good eyeshadow primer. If you are using shimmers on your eyes and you really don't want just a matte color, I love Essence. I love this brand. They have so many good products. This is available at Ulta and Meijer. This one is I Love Strobing by Essence, and it's an eyeshadow primer, and it does have a little bit of a yellow undertone to it. And it is kind of shimmery, but it's not glittery. It's not going to get all over. But it is a really nice tacky base, and it does hold on to the eyeshadow very well. My favorite is the Essence I Love Color Intensifying. This is a pink-based eyeshadow primer, and this does a very good job at canceling out a lot of my redness. I would have never thought to take pink to cancel out red, but this works very well. It is light, and I put this all over the lid and it cancels it out. But unlike my concealer, it still looks natural. You can still see like my natural eye, where when I use concealer, I mean, I am flat. Like I have to go in and I have to carve out my my crease really well and do a lot more shadowing because it makes you very one-dimensional. But I will always love full coverage foundations. I don't see myself ever not wanting them. So anyway, a cheap alternative is you can buy these. I know at Target. I know. I don't think Walmart carries NYX, but you can get it at Target, and you can get this a lot of the drugstores, Rite Aid, Walgreens, Ulta, Meijer. But anyway, this is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. If you are doing a really light look and you're using pinks and or pastel colors, this is perfect because You put this on your eye, and then you use a beauty sponge, and it's straight up white. But I'm gonna rub it in with my finger, because you can literally just rub this on your eye and pat it out with your finger. You don't even need a sponge. But you see the white cast, but it really does cover up like all of my redness and all of my veins. And it gives my eyes that bright pop. So I'm ready to lay down like brighter colors. Like there's a pink and a peach that I really like to use in my crease. But I like to use this as my primer other than these, because this gives me that white base that's going to make everything I put on top of it pop. You can also do the same with the black one. I don't have the black one because I have a lot of black eyeshadows. But you can put the black one from here on the corner of your eye to here, and just take a brush and spend some time and just go back and forth. And the more that you blend that out, like, it creates a beautiful smoky eye. You can also, use that pencil and get another slanted angle pencil, and you can use it for eyeliner. If you're not wanting to use like liquid eyeliner, I am no good with liquid eyeliner. I can create a wing using eyeshadow, and I can create a wing using something like this. You put you give me a liquid eyeliner, and they're never going to be even. You're going to be able to see my skin from where my lashes are. So then I have to go in with an actual pencil and kind of cover it up. And it's just, liquid eyeliner is really, really difficult to work with. And once you touch your skin with it, you're done. Because it's either not going to budge or it's going to smear, and you'll have to start all over. I don't like that kind of risk. I am not that kind of gambler. So that's not really my cup of tea. I do wear it. I have one that every time I wear it, someone will ask me, what eyeliner is that? And I'm like, it's a marker. Like, it's by Eyeko. I think that's how it's Eyeko. It looks like a Crayola marker. So Smashbox has a 24-hour photo finish shadow primer. I loved this stuff. As you can tell, it's been well loved. But I started running into the problem where I was getting dry up here by my eyebrows, and it got really patchy on me really, really fast. And it went downhill real fast. So you would be able to see where my eyeshadow primer ended, because it would just like bunch up. So this is good for oily eyelids. If you have dry eyelids, I would stay away from this, because it's going to grab onto anything that is dry and make it look horrible. But the thing about this one that's different from all of the other primers that I have, oh, that's way too much. This one, as you can see, it's not liquidy. It's very silicone based, like I was talking about earlier. But everything blends over top of this so nicely, because it will really kind of dry down. And I've created some really pretty eye looks using this primer. But again, if you have dry skin, it can be a nightmare real quick. So this is more of a summer eyeshadow primer for me. In the winter, I like stuff that's more creamy. This one is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. It's 24-hour anti-crease eyeshadow primer. No primer, not for face, not for eyes, is going to last 24 hours. Prove it. Show me. This one is more liquidy. I'm having a problem with being able to show some of these colors here. But this is just, it's real liquidy. It has a little bit of a color, but as you see, it's rubbing out on my hand nicely. You can't tell where I had it, but it works really well. It holds on to the eyeshadow. I do believe that it makes my eyeshadow last longer, but not for 24 hours. If I am using glitter, or any kind of glitter eyeshadow, I will create my look. And when you're messing with glitter, you should always do your eyes first. But you should also lay down any colors that you want. And then, because I like to put either a dark color here and here, or I'll do dark and then go to light. You really don't want to put dark colors in the corner of your eye. You only want to put light colors, but the exception to the rule is if you put dark colors on both sides and then you stick like a glitter in the middle of your eye, it can be so pretty because that pop of glitter. But glitter is messy. It's gonna fall down. If you wear contacts, be very careful. It can be really messy really fast. And so this NYX glitter primer, again, NYX is, you can find it at Ulta and Target. But this is a glitter glue. And I like to take this on the back of my hand and I take my brush that I'm going to use my glitter eyeshadow with. And I'll dab it in and then I will dab it just on the area where I'm going to apply that eyeshadow or that glitter. And I will put it on there and it stays. And it will last all day long. Because sometimes if I use regular primers, the glitter will fall, it'll get all up underneath here, and then I gotta wipe it away, and then I have a streak across my face, like, it can get messy. So, I really like this. This is the only glitter primer that I have. There's one by Too Faced that's 3 times as much as this one. So, I'll save my 20 bucks and use this because I think this, it makes it very tacky. It kind of feels like glue in a way, but it's not uncomfortable on the eyes. And it doesn't bunch up, which is what will happen if you try to use glitter and maybe some of these other primers, is it'll just kind of all suck in together and then you've got this one little like crispy part in the middle of your eye. Not attractive, not cute. So for drugstore, I definitely suggest the Milani or the pink essence. I love Color Intensify. If you're using glitter, you need this. If you have glitter eyeshadows you want to play around with, this is what you need. As far as high end goes, I like this one, and I do like the Smashbox, but only in the summertime. Okay, so next I have I have 3 primers from the drugstore. This one can only be found at Target, or I believe it's Walgreens. It's by number 7, and this is the Airbrush Away Pore Minimizing Foundation Primer. I love this stuff. I talk about it all the time because this is seriously one of the best. Number 7 products are a little bit more on the higher end of what you would expect from a brand that you buy at Target. I believe this primer was $17. To me, that's not bad because it lasts a very long time and it is that good. It does blur out a lot of imperfections, meaning that like my red places and my rosacea will kind of calm down a little bit, because some primers can actually irritate my skin because it's so sensitive. I have no problems using this. Never have. I do believe that it's pore minimizing. Like, I have really big pores around my nose because I'm on artificial hormones. So my T-zone is just, I mean, they're not even pores. They're just like volcanoes at this point. But this is hypoallergenic, so if you have allergies, like this is just, it's one of my favorites. And I wish that more people would try it because I'm really scared that they're going to take it away. They had another primer and they discontinued it. And if they discontinue this, I'll cry. I'll cry. The other two that I have are by L'Oreal. And I have the Infallible Glow Lock and the Infallible Matte Lock. So I bought both of these. And I'm really sorry if you can hear that. Someone is outside mowing. I guess that's a sign that spring is coming if people are mowing. But anyway, so this one is the glow one. It is not like these others that I showed that has that gold reflect. This is not like that at all. This is a natural glow. It has a little bit of a silicone slip to it, so it will feel really nice on your skin. It's a little bit thicker than the matte one that I'm gonna show, but it has a peach coloring, but it blends out into nothing. And it does a really nice job of making my skin just look fresh and glowy, but not in like a shimmery, glittery way. The matte one, these keep messing me up because most of the time, glow primers are very water-based. And matte primers are very silicone based. These are opposites. The glow is silicone based. The matte one is water based. This feels like my moisturizer. It's very liquidy. And I am not used to having a primer that is mattifying, that is this liquidy. It's like a moisturizer. But here's the cool thing. It actually keeps you matte. So if you have oily skin, or if you have an oily T-zone, but you have dry patches like on your forehead or down here on your cheeks, I use both. I use the matte on my nose, on my forehead, and especially like down in here where I have a lot of pores. The mattifying one will really kind of blur those out for me. And then I'll take the glow one and just kind of put it on my cheeks. And even sometimes like up in here if I'm dry. I bought them both. It depends on your skin type and what you're looking for, what you need it to do. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. This is like a mousse. That probably looks really gross. This is like a mousse. And as you can see, it's really thick. This is silicone based, so it's really silky and smooth. This does a fantastic job at minimizing my pores on my nose, and I have really, big pores like down in here and on the sides. This does not fail me, and I have had trouble with Smashbox products in the past. They have a priming water, breaks me out every time I use it. But this, I love it. It's the purple one. If you can remember the purple one. They have one that I absolutely hate, and it's just the clear one, and it's like a silicone, and every time I use it, my foundation just disappears. It won't stay on my nose. Like, it just slides around, and then I have big patches of foundation here and nothing here. No, not for my skin. I got this one in a subscription box, and it's by Dr. Brandt, and this is the Pores No More Luminizing Primer. This is fantastic. Yes, it says luminizing, and usually I stay away from anything that says glow, but luminizing is a little different. Luminizing just means that it's going to enhance your natural radiance, and this does that, but this makes your skin look airbrushed. This is really expensive. You can purchase it at Ulta. No, Sephora. This is a Sephora brand, and it really does like help with those pores. And I like using this with a more fresh looking foundation that's not full coverage for those days when I'm just running around. But I got this in a subscription box and I have been using it. I like it. I like it a lot.